Level 200 Grigoire is actually a really fun fight. As you can see here, we've threw together 3 people from Maxroll. We got Northy, Macrobuyer Boy, and Woody together with me that were up for the challenge yesterday on the PTR. It was very early for me, as you can see, 4:24 AM, but I just couldn't resist the challenge when it comes to killing the Tormented Echo of Grigoire. He is level 200, and as you can see here, we have 4 people immensely blasting, and the HP bar is not even moving. That is mostly due to us not really having any boss killer builds right now, but still, we should be doing some damage. As you can see, nothing is really happening with its HP bar. We actually needed 2 to 3 tries because there were some weird mechanics going on, because as you can see, the lightning pillars that are shooting these lightning lines out, they are applying a stacking debuff to you that I also have on my debuff bar, and the more you have of those, the more damage you are going to receive from Grigoire. And at 1 stack that is easily handleable, but as soon as you go to 2, 3 stacks, it's going to almost be one-shots when he is sending out those little red balls that you can see flying. The blue balls, that's northeast, so that has nothing to do with the boss there. You can also see the full screen decrepify going off from Macro. It's insane. It's so much fun seeing all the crazy stuff that is happening live. You can see the skeletal mages doing their work, keeping up my essence. I probably have the lowest DPS of all of the 4 of us. Bone Spear currently is a little bit underwhelming, but I'm not gonna lie. The minions or full minions are gonna heavily make up for the missing Bone Spear damage, I would say, as soon as we're swapping. If you are interested in that, check out the Twitch. That is going to be linked down in the description below. And our Grigoire fight took us 16 minutes actually, and this way we got a lot of time to experience the fight. The lightning storms are going to be sent out randomly. You can also see lightning void zones raining from the sky. And there's also going to be a phase where ads spawn, but these are very easily killable. And the further you are going to progress in the fight, you are going to encounter this mechanic where you have to find a open square that is not gonna be bombarded with lightning. That actually makes the fight quite fun for me, but I do have to be honest, it's not really super hard. The only real danger are these lightning lines that you can see at the edge of the arena. And you can't really get hit by those because of the stacking debuff. And unfortunately, I got caught off guard multiple times by the lines randomly connecting to the walls. I thought when I was looking at these that they can only really connect between each other. So the one at the entrance and the one in the middle there, I thought these are going to connect and are going to send out those lines. But as you can see right at the left, or now below my character, or also here at the top left, they randomly appear and they also randomly connect to nothing. And that obviously makes it a little bit rough to predict where they are going to spawn. Ideally, you would just stand in the middle of the square always, so you can't get hit by the lightning beams. But at this time, I didn't know this yet, and I was just thinking that only the lightning pillars are going to be connected, but that's not the case. And that way, the lightning debuff got stacked up multiple times, and you can easily handle that when you only have 1 stack. When you have 2 stacks, the amount of chipping damage, so the void zone that you saw there, or the thunder that you saw raining down from the sky, or also the little lightning bolts, they are not going to hurt a lot. But obviously, the higher up the debuff goes, the more damage you're going to take. And I think above 3 debuffs, it's actually going to be really hard to take down the boss, because you are going to be one-shot by almost everything. The lightning zone where you need to find the square is very likely going to one-shot you, but way more dangerous than that are the little red lightning bolts, because they zigzag a little bit and they are also moving pretty unpredictably, and there is a lot of them. And At 2 stacks, if you get hit, that's easily recoverable, but at 3 or 4 stacks, they're almost a one-shot at 4 stacks, so that is going to be very important to dodge those lines, but after you've done the fight once or twice, I don't think that Tormented Echo of Grigoire is going to be a big challenge. So to be able to dodge all of the lightning pillars, I should have been running with a Blood Mist instead of the Golem, because the damage that you're taking is actually not warranting playing the Blood Golem, but instead it's way easier to just play with Blood Mist, or if you're not a Necro and you have access to a movement skill, that one is definitely needed to not only dodge the lightning pillars, but also move very quickly when it comes to looking for the empty square when the big lightning storm comes. That is going to basically be the requirement for Grigoire. On top of that, you need 25 living steel instead of just 5, and you need 3 Stygian stones, which can be acquired from doing the pit, which is probably very easy to do, and therefore you will get rewarded with the Uber Grigoire first time access. And if you're able to take that down once a season, you're going to receive 1 Resplendent Spark. I always read the patch notes as you would get 1 Resplendent Spark per new Oberboss or tormented version of the bosses, the 200 level versions per boss kill basically, but it turns out you only get 1 for the very first you're killing. So I thought the other version that is not in the game would actually be the cooler one, which basically guarantees 1.5 Ubers for you, because there is 6 Ubers at that point. But no, you only get 1 Resplendent Spark from killing your first Tormented Echo. Our gear was obviously not great, and the builds were nowhere near single target or boss damage optimized. That's why the Uber Grigoire version took us 16 minutes to take down, but the loot was actually quite nice, because, for example, Woody has gotten a 1 Greater FX unique, and that one actually managed to proc on the crit. So he had 12% crit chance on the ring, as a Greater FX, which wasn't masterworked yet. So if he gets lucky and masterworks that one or 2 or maybe even 3 times, there is easily the 20% crit chance attainable from just 1 item slot. As you can see, that's the loot. There is this barding, there is a lot of legendaries, obviously, that is boosted on the PTR, but there is 4 uniques, and you obviously have the chance to roll Greater FXs on those. And yeah, the bottom right, that is from the normal Grigoire fight. A lot of loot. I'm actually really curious what you guys think about the fight. Did it look cool? Are you going to look forward to doing that yourself? Please let me know down in the comments below. And if you want to see how we are going to be tackling the other Uber bosses, and also how we're going to mix and match our way through all the possible Necromancer builds, I suggest you check out the Twitch. That is going to be linked down in the description below. And if you like content similar to this, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.